defending the country that Iraq took over, and they had no like use to take it over. I mean, they had no business. I don't know, no business to take it over.
Is that it?
Well, that's all I have.
What do you think about the air raids?
No, shut up. I think what America is doing is right. Thank you.
I think it's good that we went to war, and we should kick the crap out of them.
I think that it's good we went to war because I think that
Kick the crap out of them.
I just think that Bush did the right thing by going to war, and that I hope this thing is over soon, and I hope that, because I know people over there, so Jessica, come here. I don't understand. Tell them if you think it's good if we went to war or not.
No, I don't believe in violence.
You have to ask a question.
Why are you recording it now? For it or against it or whatever. Just something like 5-10 seconds, just whatever. And just be out of the way.
Well, I'm not for war, but since we went through all the resolutions and asked all the other countries, should Kuwait be liberated, they all said yes. It didn't happen, and I couldn't see him doing any other choice except for maybe waiting for longer sanctions. As it looks like now that the war is going to be successful, but it's probably too early to tell. But it looks like Saddam Hussein has met his match, and I don't think he will be able to succeed in his plan as he originally stated. So I think everything will be okay. Hopefully the deaths will be low, and there won't be any more problems in the next week.
And what do you think of the war? Okay, when he says go, tell him what you think of the war.
Well, basically, I support the troops who are down there, but I just don't support the cause.
Thank you.
What we're doing is right, and that what we're doing is right. Yet it's unfortunate that so many lives may have to be lost because of it. That's it.
This is Liz Ozuna reporting from Canyon High School. I am the ASB historian. Yeah! Woo! Go Canyon! And I've been asked about the war. Well, you see, I'm going to college, and I got to keep that GPA up. And I know we're in war, and that's good, I guess. And we're kicking their butt, from what I hear. And there's only one casualty, and that's all about I know.
Think about war.
We love each other. Peace.
Okay.
Peace. Say peace. Peace. Love. Peace. Okay, I'm ready.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Soto. This is Bianca. Hello, my name is Kimberly Soto.
And I'm Bianca Calamandre.
And we're here to speak about the war. Go on, dude. No, I just think the war is very unnecessary because a lot of people are going to get hurt. And we have relatives and friends out there. So I hope the war ends soon because we want peace.
I just say peace.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think the war's pretty scary because I don't want to go to war, but I think it's necessary because I don't think that we need people like Saddam going around taking over countries for stupid reasons. So I think the war's scary, but it has a purpose. Thank you.
Right now that it's here, it feels a little different than when we were waiting for it to come, but I think Bush is doing the right thing, and I think he's making all the right moves, and I'm behind him 100%.
Personally, I'm against war in general, but I believe in what our troops are doing over in the Persian Gulf, and I hope we get it done with as soon as possible. Send our troops back home. Thanks.
I believe in what we're doing in the Persian Gulf because it's a good cause, and I will fight for us if they need us, because I'm 18. Thank you.
Hi, I think that the war in the Persian Gulf should be going on right now. I think that with Iraq and its present military state, I think we should go in there and knock them down while they're still on the ground. I think we should go in there and kick some butt. Thank you.
What should I say?
Exactly what you just said.
Just say what you just said.
I think that he needs to be stopped because what he's doing is wrong. You can't come into someone else's country and take it over and take their country and pillage the people, rape the people, and just completely destroy a country because you think that you have the right to do it. It's wrong, and it's not over just oil, I mean, if you look, the gas is not very expensive right now. I mean, you know, $1.15 for unleaded is not. And most of the gas prices are what we voted in as citizens to raise the tax prices to improve the roads. So it's not only oil, it's this guy being stupid, and we got to kill him.
Thanks. Go ahead.
I think the truth, what I think is that we should not have to fight, you know, because people don't have to die just because of, you know, them not trying to understand each other, you know. If they have to do what they have to do, why don't they just fight, you know? Two presidents, you know. I don't think that people have to go out there and fight for what's not necessary. I think they should be by words, and if they're real true men, they should have, you know, the guts and the. That's why. See what they look what he did. That's not right, you know. He should. I don't know, man, but I just think that.
Yeah. Microphone.
Yeah, come on, guys.
I think we need to fight. We need to fight. Pro-war. Go-war. They're killing innocent people, and you know, they took over a country, and it's not, it's not just right. It's like, yeah, exactly. It's like a Hitler. He's trying to kill everyone, and he's trying to take over an Arab country and make it all his own. Yeah.
That we've had to come to war. It's a shame that civilized men could not sit down and agree on the problems that existed there before this invasion of Kuwait took place. But now that we are in war, we've got to do everything that we can to protect our men and protect the forces that are arrayed against Saddam Hussein and prevent him from committing any more atrocities that have already been committed in this country. And I hope we do it swiftly and then get out of there and let these people settle their affairs, because we really shouldn't be there. Why do we have to be policing the entire world? We have enough problems right here that we need to address. So that's my thought.
Thank you.
I think that that we shouldn't be over there for any reason, because I don't think we should be over there because there's absolutely no reason. This had nothing to do with us. This was stupid. If we would have just left it alone, he wouldn't have come over here. He wouldn't have bothered us. What kind of power is he gonna gain from Kuwait? None. He's not gonna gain any power at all from a little country like that. I don't think that it's right for us to be over there for any reason. I don't think our men should be getting killed for their problems at all.
Thank you.
That's cool. I think Saddam Hussein is completely crazy, and I think he should be killed or stopped in any way, shape, or form. I think this is just a start. If we let him get away with this, that he'll take over more countries and get more power and eventually get nuclear power. And with a man like that, you can't handle that, and you have to take him out anyway.
I think we have every right to be over there in the Persian Gulf. I support President Bush 100%. I support our troops. I think that Saddam is a madman and he cannot be dealt with in a rational manner, and force is the only way. We have tried peace, we have tried sanctions, and we've tried to talk to the guy. It's not going to work, so I think what we're doing is great. I know we can expect some heavy casualties and it's not going to be easy, but I think we should be over there. So.
Dylan reporting at Canyon High, and there's a war going on in Saudi Arabia. Not too many people are happy about it, you know. What are we going to do about this crazy guy? Some people say this guy's, you know, like Hitler reborn again. He's going, he blows up his own people. Well, you know, there's a lot of controversy about it, but I say we should go in there and we should kick his butt out of Kuwait. Thank you.
Start talking? Yeah, go. What do you think about the war?
Well, I think it's too bad that people have to die, but you got to do what you got to do.
All right, thanks.
Today's assembly is going to be a departure from the normal type of pep rally that we have when we come into the gym. Normally when we come in here, we're all excited, we're yelling and screaming for our athletic teams, but today is kind of a serious day, first of all, because of what's taking place in the Middle East. But it's also serious for these candidates who are today going to stand before you and present their ideas for how they're going to run Canyon High School next year if you choose to elect them. About a year ago, many of you, like I probably sat in this gymnasium and listened to a young man by the name of Rick Fee give a story.
And I encourage you just to go out and do what you want to do. Last year or so, about a year ago, I was contemplating whether I was going to go out for football or not. And I was talking to my grandfather, and he said, well, you can only play high school football in high school, and at no other time will you be able to do so. So I decided I was going to do it. High school, for especially like the freshmen and the sophomores, and the seniors already know this, high school goes really fast. And please, if you're thinking about getting involved in something, it doesn't matter what it is, please do it. And put your whole heart into it, because you'll thank yourself later. And to bring this to a close, I'd just like to say thanks for giving me a chance. And I did my best, and I'm looking forward to graduating. Thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce the campaign manager for Kristen Howard. The campaign manager is Lucretia Cameron.
Good morning. My name is Lucretia Camp, and I'm here to inform you about a very mature, knowledgeable, and the key word, experienced young lady. Kristen Howard desires to become Canyon High School's ASB Vice President. After being appointed Commissioner of Class Competition last year, Kristen attended a beneficial leadership camp where she learned many new leadership skills which helped broaden her horizons. Recently, she was elected Vice President of Time, a racial awareness program on our campus. This is just another example of Kristen's leadership abilities. By presently being involved in ASB, she has been able to learn and observe exactly what is expected of her and how to go about completing that task. I have been in ASB for almost 2 years, and I know exactly what type of person is needed for the position. Kristen has all of the necessary qualifications. After she went to camp, I noticed a positive change in her. She is definitely a leader. She is not swayed nor intimidated by people's negative opinions. She knows exactly what she needs to do to get the job done. Kristen relates well to other students, and I noticed that she's extremely receptive to almost everyone. She's sensitive to others' feelings and opinions. Kristen Howard offers herself to you, coupled with her wholehearted effort. Sweet as a kiss, vote for Chris, ASB Vice President. And now I'd like to introduce Ms. Kristen Howard.
In complete darkness we are all the same. It is only our knowledge and our wisdom that separate us. Don't let your eyes deceive you. Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation, 1814. I feel that I have the knowledge and the experience needed to lead this campus in the right direction and to promote unity among us as students, especially at this particular time with the war going on in the Persian Gulf. All of us seek leaders who are responsible enough to make valuable and conscious decisions. And as your ASB Vice President, I plan to fulfill my responsibilities to the fullest, and to help the President, along with the Executive Council, make decisions in your favor. This summer, I was given the opportunity to attend a leadership conference in Santa Barbara. While I was there, I made a lot of new friends, and I learned a lot about myself. And I also learned a very important thing, what it takes to be a leader. I feel that a leader requires responsibility and determination. I feel that I have responsibility, and I'm definitely determined. And with that, I would like the opportunity to lead you, Canyon High School. Thank you.
Okay, just in between here, I'd like to let you know that we will be voting next period as soon as we get back after the rally. Next, I'd like to introduce Paul Pedevilla, the campaign manager for Jim's office, the Vice President.
I believe that Jimmy is our future. He will teach you and he will lead the way. He will show you all the beauty the school possesses inside. He'll give you a sense of pride in attending Canyon High. He decided not too long ago that he couldn't take it no more. So he decided to run for VP. Now you know the best candidate is Jimmy. Vote for
think that about covers it. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I'd just like to ask a question, and that it's what's a speech? Well, Mr. Webster here says that it's communication of thoughts through spoken words. Well, that may be true, but I ain't Webster, and he ain't running for vice president. The fact is, Zop's running for vice president, and I can do a pretty good darn job of it, too. I'm not up here to promise a whole bunch of lies. I'm up here to say that if you like me, you should feel pretty darn good about yourself. Do you know why? Do you know why? Well, I don't know either. Well, some people say that the Zop guy thinks he could just show up and without any posters, flyers, shirts, underwear with my emblem on, or any other campaign materials. Well, the fact is I can, because this isn't a poster contest. I ain't here to litter your school. But the fact is, it's an opportunity to elect Jim's office ASB Vice President. If your minds I'm not qualified, so what? I am, and it's about time Canyon High should find out all about the Zop. Thank you. But I have one more thing to say. Get out of the room! Next, I'd like to introduce the campaign managers for the office of ASB President. Our first campaign manager, representing Kyle Fitke, is Chris Barr. I got nothing like that. So, I'm all Pedevilla. But I just want to say, I'm up here for Kyle Fitke, and I've known him for 10 years. The whole time I've known Kyle, he's been a great guy. He's always had a good time. You know, you see him at football games, basketball games. He's sporting school, having a good time. And he's always in the right things. He's always got his little contacts, having a good time, running around. But he's always got a hand in school. He's always had a 4.0 grade average since the 8th grade. Yeah, that's pretty good, huh? But, you know, he has a good time, and he really keeps his head in school. He's always doing well, and, you know, I'm not going to come up here and tell a bunch of stuff that he's about to tell you, so I think Kyle would really give a good image of the school, someone who likes to have a good time, but seriously, still is intact with school, and he knows both sides. He knows the academic side, and he knows the fun side. So with that, here's Kyle Fitke.
You know, last year I was in these stands with you guys, so I know how long and boring these speeches can be. Instead of making a lengthy speech, I want to make my speech short, simple, to the point. I'm not going to make promises that I can't fulfill, like candidates have done in the past. First, I feel that I am more qualified for this position than the other candidate. I have maintained a 4.0 GPA average since 8th grade, and have also participated, like Ronnie, in the ASB program this semester as Boys Athletic Commissioner. So I have a first-hand perspective of how demanding the role of ASB President can be. In addition, though, a thing that I feel is to my advantage, are the many more aspects of real student life I'm involved in at Canyon. If elected president, I'd be in better touch with your needs and your desires because of my involvement in more activities. These being since my freshman year, football, soccer, tennis, homecoming, winter formal planning, CSF, drama appreciation, and many more clubs on the campus. I have a very active social life off campus as well. Being involved in the city of Santa Clarita Valley, I've spent my free time planting trees outside Canyon, and have been actively associated with both the Teen Advisory Committee, and Friday Night Live programs. Today I need your vote, and I will show appreciation for your vote by working harder than the opposition would to represent your views and your ideas of what Canyon should be in 1991. Remember, you can make the choice between Kyle or Gomer Pyle.
I would next like to introduce the campaign manager for our other ASP presidential candidate, and that is Valence Oysterbarn.
You can tell a lot about a presidential candidate by the way he conducts his campaign. Last week, Ron and his adversary, Mr. Bethke, made agreements to keep a clean campaign. Well, on Monday morning, Ron came to school, and he saw posters up there that weren't exactly what you would call a clean campaign. Slogans like, bedtime for Ronzo, a vote for Ron is a vote wasted, and a couple others I wouldn't care not to mention, are not exactly what you would call a clean campaign. He could have put up derogatory signs, and he could have broken a couple rules by posting signs above the 10-foot limit, but he didn't. He kept his word. He had enough integrity to keep his campaign at a positive level, rather than bringing it down to a negative one. I feel, along with, I'm sure, all of you, that you want the person who is going to be elected to represent this school to run it with intelligence and leadership, rather than immaturity and deceit. Now, Ron has done a lot of hard work for his campaign to be elected. Now, the rest is up to you. And for a change of pace, we have Mr. Jim Zopoulos to say a few words on behalf of Ron Pedevilla.
Well, Ronnie asked me to say a few words for him before I decided to run for vice president. That was harsh, man. Ronnie, man, the myth, the legend, will partake in the projecting of the foot towards the gluteus maximus. I guess I wasn't meant to talk too smart. It means he kicks some butt. It's not the fact that there is no other person in the school more qualified. It's the fact that Ronnie deserves this office. You may think that Ronnie is just a smart guy and all he cares about is being responsible and having good grades. Well, there's where you're right. But isn't that what it takes to become ASB president? Well, don't you have to be popular? No. You don't have to be popular, you don't have to be a jock, you don't have to be rich, wear fancy clothes, or even drive a nice car. All you gotta do is care, and that's what Ronnie does. I could go on and on about achievements that Ronnie has accomplished, but we won't have enough time for the slideshow. So, the time has come to vote for Ronnie. Not because you want to, because you have to! That's all. You know, I was thinking over the past couple of days about what Canyon High School needs in an ASB president. And I figured out that what we don't need is one that had to lie, to cheat, and to take weak pot shots at his competition to get there. On the other hand, what I think Canyon High School does need is a president who's kept an honest, a clean, and a fair campaign. You know, I've been thinking about this Middle East situation, and I know that Saddam Hussein has also lied to the United States and insulted the United States. You saw what happened to him, baby. You know, Kyle put a sign up on Sunday night that said, Ron who? And that tells me that Kyle thinks, for some reason, that he's going to win on popularity alone. And let me tell you something. This right here is not a homecoming court ballot. It's not a winter formal court ballot. And sure as hell ain't a prom court ballot either. This right here is an ASB election ballot. And this is where we vote for real people with real qualities. Now I'm gonna tell Kyle. Now, if Kyle does want to run in a popularity contest, I'll tell you what you do. You take your Honda Civic, you drive it right out of the parking lot, you make a right on Adolph, a right on White, and then another right on Stillmore. There's Sierra Vista Junior High School, and that's where they have the popularity contest. You know, Kyle asked the question. Kyle asked Ron who? I'll tell you, it's Ron Ippolito. That's who. Well, thank you, candidates, for those the controversy getting high here for a change. Well, you know what? Now it's going to be in your hands. You've got to go out third period today, based on what you've heard today, and vote for the candidate of your choice. We thank you, candidates, for your election today. At this time, I'm looking for someone who's not here yet, I think. We're looking for Joe Franco from the Signal, who's going to make the presentation of the Victory Bell. But it appears that he's not here yet. So we're going to ask you to do this for us today. At the conclusion of the slideshow, we're going to ask you to please stay seated in the bleachers, and we have a very important presentation to make today of this wonderful Victory Bell that we've won back for Canyon High, and we're great. Oh, you know what? He's here. Even as we speak, Joe Franco, I believe managing editor or owner of the Newhall Signal, is here today. Joe used to be the sports writer for the Newhall Signal, and he has now moved up the ranks and is one of the head honchos down there. We appreciate Joe taking time from his busy schedule to be here today to make this presentation. Thank you, Joe.
It's all right. You're going to have to forgive me. I cut myself shaving. I don't do that very often. They asked me just to say a few words about the Signal Victory Bell. I don't know if you guys know what it stands for, but when Scott and Ruth Newhall first thought of the idea and the concept and got together this old ship bell, they, this won't stop. It's been going on for like 2 hours now. Anyways, the idea behind it was to reward the team that represented football supremacy in the Santa Clarita Valley each year. And this has started since the Hart Canyon rivalry and it's gone since then. Canyon, it's amazing. Canyon practically owned the Signal Victory Bell in the 1980s. I think they won it like a record 4 straight times. Looks like they've got the 1990s off to a good start now. I went to the Hart and Saugus games, and I'm thoroughly convinced that Canyon represents football supremacy in the Santa Clarita Valley for 1998. So, before I run out of blood, I want to congratulate Canyon on a good season, and I want to congratulate Coach Harry Welch, and glad to see that he's going to return next year.
This is difficult for him, but he's always been very, very supportive of Canyon High School. And Joe Franco is the editor of the Signal, and they've been marvelous to us. But Joe said at one time that maybe they could just retire it here, and I thought that'd be a good idea for you guys. If they want to retire the best in the Santa Clarita Valley at Canyon High School, it has my vote. But Joe, thank you very, very much, and if you come over here, I'll get a picture of him in his paper. But this is your bell. This is a symbol of what's best. Rumor has it that someone borrowed the little mallet to ring it. That somehow it will be taken care of, I'm sure. Joe, thank you very, very much.
Before we get to the next portion of the program, I think it's important that we make official what was said in the LA Times this morning, and that is that Coach Welch will be returning next year as our football coach, and I think we should give him a round of applause. This has been a really exciting year for Canyon football, or as Coach likes to call it, Cowboy football. Our team went 11-2 this year, and the only 2 losses that we had were to the 2 teams that ended up in the CIF championship game. We have a lot to be proud of this year, and I'd like the young men that did such a wonderful job for us this year to just stand up wherever you are, please, so that we can recognize you. Stand up, guys, please. And now one of the highlights for all of us every year is to get a chance to take a look at the work of Joe Nemi and the friends of ours at Campus After Dark that put on this slideshow for us. And you're about to see a wonderful presentation of Cowboy football. And before we start, just so that we don't forget at the end, let's give a nice round of applause for Joe Nemi and his group for coming and setting this thing up for us and providing this wonderful memory for us.